Alright, welcome back to BroJu Gaming. Justin's still trying to figure out this game, and I'm still talking about the Nintendo Direct. But now I'm talking about how these episodes are made. Basically what it is that like games like Lego, games like Indiana Jones, those are games that, because they're story driven, I do cut out a lot of things that aren't necessary. Because like in Lego, there's open world sections. So there's sections where nothing's happening. Nothing story-wise, and we're like trying to focus on where we're going next and so on, and we're not making jokes. But then there's like, or we're not like commenting on the game, or we're not like, gasp. That in like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, beat your score.
You did it. Oh dang, you did beat my score. Oh, you unlocked the skin too. Want to change your skin?
And I do the how?
Go back to level select.
And that is
Right there.
oh shush! I'm blind.
Hit B. Hit B. Go to customize.
Oh.
There it is. Oh, it's pretty dope actually. I like that. It's pronounced caramel or caramel. It just says it in quotation marks.
Cool.
Yeah, but games like Marble It Up, I'm not worried about cutting things out. It's just like with Dragon's Lair and Space Ace, I didn't cut it out.
The bumpers.
It's just because it's funny. Like we're making jokes, we're making noises. Like that's the funny part. It's not like, oh, we're just idiots not able to like pass a certain area, and everyone else feels like they're wasting time watching us try and figure stuff out. Good job, Justin. But back to Nintendo Direct. Link's Awakening looks really cool. I know, personally for me, I was thrown off with how Link looked. Like the game itself looked awesome until I saw Link, and I was just like, oh. I think it's mainly because if they had just shown me the gameplay footage versus that awesome intro, that like super 90s anime hand-drawn pencil sketches animation intro, my hopes wouldn't have been so high for that kind of Zelda game. Because like I feel like all the Zeldas at this point have had like different art styles and such, I guess. And so like I really would have loved a Zelda game in that kind of like old anime style. You know, like a hand-drawn, you know, kind of Dragon's Lair-esque kind of game. I think that would have been cool. But yeah, back to the Nintendo Direct. There was a lot of games that didn't really pique my interest. I did talk about Yoshi's World, how maybe one day we might play it on the channel. Not anytime soon though. Not like when it releases or anything. But the only game good job, Justin. The only game that we will probably play on the channel when it comes out is Super Mario Maker 2. Because we never had a Wii U, and we never played those games on Wii U. That's why, like, okay, so a lot of people are upset that Nintendo's doing a lot of ports and stuff. I think you could just like hop right over.
Yeah. What do you think I'm gonna do?
Fail miserably.
Failed miserably.
Yikes.
Whee!
Yikes. Yikes.
Nope.
Yikes.
Can't do that.
But like okay, so a lot of people have been upset because of like Nintendo doing like ports of Wii U games, and it's like, oh, the game was $40 on the Wii U, and now you're re-releasing it for $60, and there's only like what, 2 things that were added to the game. A lot of people are upset because there's so many ports being added to the Switch, and a lot of people are upset because the ports are being so expensive. Me, it doesn't really matter for me, at least, you know. The ports being that expensive doesn't really bother me because I never paid for them originally on Wii U. It's not like I want a certain game on the Switch. I mean, there's a bunch of games I saw for the Wii U that I would love to have on the Switch, but it's not like I bought it for the Wii U and I would love to have it on Switch so I could take it everywhere with me. But have like a scaled up 1080p versus 720p game. So it doesn't really bother me that...
No!
How did you miss that? It was right there!
Okay, everyone saw what happened, right? I had to avoid the bumper and also get to the other side. Why did the marble cross the icy field? To get to the goal, obviously.
Yikes, that was terrifying.
You're terrifying.
I'm not terrifying. You're not terrifying.
Well, you're obviously gonna beat that score. 3 minutes.
Yeah. But yeah. So there's a lot of ports I would love for the Switch, and I'm not. A lot of people are like, oh well, they shouldn't be $60 games because they were originally on the Wii U, and even when they're on the Wii U, they weren't that price. Like I get that. Like that does bother me. It does bother me that like certain games like Mario 8 Deluxe, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Breath of the Wild, which are all ports of games. The fact that they're all just like coming on the Switch and it's $60, I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. But like in my head, it doesn't really bother me because I didn't spend $40, so it doesn't feel like I'm paying $100 for the same game. Which I know that's like in a lot of people's heads, like, well, you know, it's $100. I paid 40 once, and now I'm paying 60 now, and I don't like the fact that I spent $100 on a game that, you know, doesn't add anything new.
Yes, I did turn around.
I didn't see that. I looked down for like half a second. And I get that. A lot of people would probably pay $60 for Mario Maker 2 since it's a sequel versus a port or a remake. Because like that was one of the things people were arguing about too with like Link's Awakening, was that because it's a remake and not a brand new game, should it be a full price game? And a lot of people were talking about the art style, that the reason why it looks like that is because it was originally a 3DS game that was scaled up to be on the Switch. So it's like it shouldn't be $60 because it's not a brand new game, or it's not a remake that was designed to be on the Switch. It was probably originally designed to be on the 3DS. And there's been reasons behind it that, like, you know, people were like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It probably was for 3DS, and now because the 3DS seems like it's going away now, because Switch is probably going to be Nintendo's main handheld and home console. I think that mainly that is probably the reason why they're getting rid of the 3DS, because it's like, well, now we have a console that you can take with you on the road, but you can also have at home, so you don't have to worry about either. You know? So that's just mainly why I think a lot of people were upset about Link's Awakening versus Mario Maker 2. But Mario Maker 2 is a game Mario Maker 2 is a game we're probably gonna play as soon as we hop onto, like, as soon as like day one. We're probably gonna record an episode and then a couple days later actually upload an episode. But I think we might pause for a second, because like I think Justin and I will like spend a couple days making levels, and then we'll play each other's levels, and then we'll play like online levels and see how well we do. My only question is, like, I get that it's a sequel, so that means that there's not going to be, it's supposed to be different
no
and stuff. But my question is, will some of the levels from the Wii U be on there? Like some of the like online levels, will we have access to them, or because it's a brand new game, we're not gonna have access to any of the old stuff? Which, you know, it would make sense. It would, like, if they were like, no, you don't have access to any of the Wii U games, the Wii U levels, that'll be fine.
I love how many times I failed this one level.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely like failed this level. Yeah, so yeah, it would have been cool, because it was like, because I was watching Game Grumps when they were doing their Mario Maker game, and we were like having Ross make levels, and then, you know, trying to beat Ross's levels and stuff, and that was fun. And then some of the levels that the Game Grumps got to play, I would have loved to have played them, if I had a Wii U. But I'm pretty sure people are gonna just remake the levels on the Switch for Super Mario Maker 2. So it doesn't really matter if we get the old Wii U games, the old Wii U custom levels, because I'm gonna be super down to play any of the games, like any of the levels. Like, so the plan would be that Justin and I would like spend some time, make levels, and then have each other play the game, play the levels, and then eventually start doing like other levels, like play random levels on the Switch, and then maybe if they release Ross's, like if they release Ross's levels to the public, that would be awesome. Because I would love to play Ross's levels, because like Ross will make some like crazy, either like crazy hard levels or crazy sadistic levels, and I would be super down to play. I would be super down to play those games. I won't be any good, but I would.
Oh, come on!
Good job. I would be super down to play those games.
I just love how it goes wow, wow, wow. Every time I die.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's mainly it. There's a couple of other games from the thing. I want to play Deltarune. I would love to play Deltarune on the show. I don't know.
Deltarune?
Deltarune. The other game by Toby Fox. It's not Undertale. But I think I want to wait a bit before I play Deltarune. Because okay, I never played Undertale. I watched the Game Grumps play it, or Steam Train, or whatever you want to call it. I watched Barry and Ross play the game.
This is a very long level.
It is.
No! I got the other checkpoint!
Justin, are you crying?
No. Sissies don't cry.
Sissies don't cry?
Yep. Are you kidding me?
Everybody cries, Justin. It's okay to cry. Men, women, and sissies can cry.
I missed.
You missed it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wait a little bit, see how people are playing Deltarune, and then figure out, because like if there is a peaceful path, like if it's divergent like Undertale was, I would love to like try both. But I don't know how that would work on the... That's the thing I want to know. Because I kind of want to play Undertale on the Switch now, just to see how the coding mechanic works. Because like reading code on a computer is like easier than trying to read code or save files on a Switch.
See, I did this checkpoint. Why did it restart me all the way back there?
Because it wants to eat you alive?
Punish me.
Yeah, it wants to punish you.
No, I could have cheated the system.
Alright, next time on BroJu Gaming.
Oh, come on. Next time on BroJu Gaming, figuring out why I keep on going back here.
Okay. Next time on BroJu Gaming. Bye, everyone.